Hello gorgeous, welcome back to my channel, or hello if you're new. If you're new, it would mean so much if you guys click the subscribe button to join my YouTube family and turn on the bell to be notified every single time I upload, which is every Tuesday and Thursday. Currently just in my sweats and sweatshirt, and I just want to kind of have like a chills day and do a very honest Q&A slash girl talk video. I feel like I haven't done one of these in so long, and I definitely feel like a lot's been going on that I kind of have been just holding in. I did go on my Instagram and ask you guys to ask me anything you guys want. Nothing was off limits, so you guys sent in a bunch of questions and topics for me to talk about. So hopefully I will get through as many as I can. If you guys aren't following me, make sure you are on my Instagram. It's just at NICOLETTAXO. Let's jump into the topic slash question. So I'm gonna go in no particular order. The first question I'm gonna answer is from Anna. Love Anna. Anna has been with me literally from the beginning. I honestly love you, girl. I'm so thankful that you're even sticking with me, and I love just following you on Instagram and seeing you grow up in your life, and I think it's so cute, and I love that. She asked me, when is the wedding? I actually got quite a few questions about the wedding. They're asking about my fiance. This might be a long one, and this is something I really wanted to talk about. I did film a whole video about this, and I never posted it because I was way too emotional in it. I was crying in it, and I wasn't making sense. I was just, honestly, to be point blank, really nervous to upload it, and I just scrapped it and never uploaded it. And I really do want to sit down here and talk to you guys because I definitely have been going through a lot, especially when it comes to that area and that whole thing in my life. Currently, I have no plans for the wedding, unfortunately. A lot of stuff has been going on when it comes to that. Obviously, we're in a pandemic, and Canada is just not doing well, in particular Ontario. We're not doing well at all. It's crazy to see like other countries and people on Instagram, their places opening up like back to normal, and then we're just here in Toronto in lockdown number day. Who even knows anymore at this point? So many people I know have had weddings booked since like 2020, and it's gotten pushed like 3, 4, 5 times now. You're not allowed to have a wedding with a certain amount of people, so I haven't even started the wedding process because I just don't want to plan something, get everything done, and then it keeps getting pushed, and it's just not like realistic right now. It's just so unfortunate because I really do want to take that next step with Nick and get married because we really do want to start a family, and I want to be married, and I feel like we want to definitely I'm getting so emotional right now. I don't know why your girl is so emotional because I just finished that time of the month, so we love that for me. I just feel like I'm getting emotional because I guess I never like said it out loud. Oh my God, I need to take a breather. I'm gonna be right back. Let's take a breather. We are back. I'm feeling a little better. So I think why I just kind of been emotional with that whole topic is because, like I said, I filmed a video kind of about the wedding before, and clearly I can't get my ish together. There's a lot of things going around when it comes to that, and I think why I'm so emotional because I keep saying it's fine, I'm just gonna push it another year because obviously the pandemic, and I want everyone to be safe. I don't want to get married now and have loved ones not be safe, and I think that's just selfish of me, so I really haven't started planning until I know it is safe for everyone. But at this point, I think it's kind of sad because me and Nick do want to get our lives going. We want to have kids, and I really want to be married before taking that next step and having children. But it's just kind of upsetting because if it wasn't for the pandemic, we definitely would have wanted to been married by now or very close to getting married, and we would want to start having kids. But that's obviously now gotten pushed, and we're definitely having to push everything and have that family later. And it's kind of disheartening because you grow up thinking of the time that you're going to get married and have children, and it just kind of sucks. But then, you know, everyone in the world is going through this. Obviously certain different people are going through different severities of it. Like I said, Canada is just so on lockdown again, and some countries are finally starting to go back to normal, which is so nice to see people being able to go back to normal. But I know that this whole year has just been really hard for everyone, not being able to see family and friends and just going on with normal life, it really gives you that appreciation for when life can hopefully go back to normal. It really makes you appreciate the little things and how so many of us took things for granted. Another thing that kind of like really upsets me about the wedding, which is what I kind of went into in that video that I never posted, was honestly, when you're young, you kind of think about the time that you're gonna get married and how it's all gonna go and how it's gonna be so amazing. And to be completely honest, I just really haven't gotten that experience that I really thought I was gonna get. I'm so happy with Nicholas. We are so happy together, and I know he is my person and my soulmate, and we are best friends. But to see some family and friends reactions when it comes to how they've been during the time is really disheartening. I know for myself, I'm someone that's a friend that definitely likes to do a lot for friends and family. Like, I will go out of my way to help people. That's just always been me. And just seeing how it seems like so many people just don't care and how little people show to care really opened my eyes and perspective of the people that are genuinely there for me and people that genuinely care about me. It's just not been a good experience with that. I'm so thankful to have, you know, my parents have been amazing, and as well as my fiance's parents and some other people that definitely know who they are that has made this time really special for Nick and I. But there's also some people that I just, to be point blank and honest, I'm just so disappointed in, and I'm so shocked and would have never expected it. I can't really go too much in detail about it. I just feel like it's very personal. But it's just made that time like not what I expected, and it's made me think of different options because of this pandemic and all of that, to maybe just not have that wedding I always thought I was gonna have, and just, you know, have something more personal and very small, and just that's it. Because I'm just so tired of caring so much about people and doing so much for people and them not caring or being so evil back. Like, I'm just so over it. I want genuine people in my life that genuinely want the best for me, like I want the best for them. Growing up now and just realizing and seeing how little it's reciprocated back, I'm just so disappointed, and I'm just so sick of doing that. And I'm so ready to focus more on myself. And so that's kind of like a really long answer, but that's genuinely how I've been feeling during this time. I'm really hoping that things can turn around. Like I said, it just sucks because I do really want to move on with my life from that time and just, you know, have my own family and start that family. And I know that Nick's really excited for that time. I'm just excited for that next chapter in my life and to kind of just move on and focus on myself and my family and my close family. And even right now, I'm just so thankful to have such great parents in my life. That's pretty much what's going on with the wedding. So there's not really any updates, and I'm sorry I got emotional. I don't know. I think it's just the fact that it just set in with reality, and I don't normally talk about the wedding. With that being said, a question I actually got was, how do you get through your day when it gets hard and you feel like giving up? I totally have been in a funk this year. It's been hard. We all go through those bumps in life, and we all get uninspired, unmotivated, and kind of go through those hurdles. I always remind myself that nothing bad lasts forever. It will always pass, and your life is always like gonna be amazing. Then things get thrown in the way, usually in threes, and then it gets back to being great. Also, finding people that genuinely care about you and surrounding yourself with those people will make you feel so much more inspired and better. And also knowing that you have people that genuinely care, where you can talk to them and you can vent and get it off your chest, and have people talk to you makes me feel so much better to be able to get out of a rut. And on top of it, I think just taking time for yourself and putting yourself forward sometimes, you know, if you're feeling exhausted and motivated, like take a day off, do the things that make you so happy and that you love. Take care of yourself, because I know for myself, I put that on the back burner so many times. I'm starting to finally realize that I need to do things that make me happy and that make me feel better, because I was always thinking about other people constantly so many years in my life and not really doing things that genuinely I wanted to do, because there's always things about what are people gonna think, what are people gonna say about this. Taking time to actually focus on yourself and putting that energy in yourself will make you feel so much better and so much more inspired and motivated. If you're always gonna be given obstacles, and it's kind of how you get through it, and knowing that you can get through and you've gone through it before always makes me feel so much better. So I hope that was a useful, helpful answer. I got a lot of questions about grieving over a relationship. How do I get over my boyfriend, and breakup advice and all of that. And you guys know I went through my fair share of breakups and dating, since I have a whole playlist on story times and half of them are just dating fails. So I will link my playlist down below if you guys want to hear about my horrendous dating life that I had. I have definitely went through heartbreak and breaking up with someone, and the whole process of getting over someone and grieving over that relationship. It's just a natural part of life. So many of us don't just find the one right away. Unfortunately, our first relationships typically aren't the ones we last with. There's obviously those people that end up with their first boyfriend or girlfriend, but for the majority of us, we have went through breakups, and it can be so hard because you're so used to that person, you're so comfortable, you love that person. It can be really difficult to move on from that because you are kind of grieving like the death of someone. What genuinely really helped me was keeping myself busy and working on myself and my passions. Near this time, a lot of the breakups that I was going through was the time that I started doing YouTube, and YouTube was just kind of like my side passion and my hobby, and I put all of my effort and energy into that because it made me genuinely happy to make videos. Like, I got so excited to make them, so excited to upload and read comments from everyone. That made me so happy. So finding things that make you happy and focusing on that. So what is something you've always wanted to do, whether it's a side hustle, a side gig, or a career path you want to go down, finally not in a relationship, and you have so much time to work on yourself, and don't look at that as a bad thing. I feel like so many people, you know, they're single, and a lot of people are like, when am I gonna meet the one, and kind of get nervous like you might not meet anyone else, but you totally will. And I like to always hold on to, you know, sometimes it's just not meant to be, and even though it's so hard in the moment and you want to cave and go back to that person, always feel like things are meant to be and the right one will come when it's ready. I feel like when I met my fiance Nick was finally when I was at peace with being alone and being happy on my own and not looking for something, is when I kind of like found Nick and how it ended up working, because I was finally content with being single, and if it doesn't work out with people, I don't care for a relationship. Like, I could be on my own. And that is when Nick came into my life, and I feel like that is why it was so different this time, and not forcing something to work out. And on top of it, surround yourself with friends. I know friends really helped me get through a lot of my breakups, just going out with them. Unfortunately, it is so hard now, talking to friends and family and just being around people, and then focusing on yourself. Do things that you've always wanted to do but you were too scared to do, or do things that you always wanted to do but never had time to do. Like, it is finally time to work on yourself, and just see it like that. Don't see it as a bad thing. As time passes on, you'll feel so much better, and you'll start to forget what it's like to be with that person and not care anymore. I feel like breakups are also a great lesson, you know, it always teaches you something. Okay, so I actually got a few questions from Jessica. Jessica has actually been following me for a while now. I met her in person once at the mall, the good old days when the malls were open, and she asked some really good questions. So thanks for all your questions, girl. The first question I'm gonna answer is, what's something you wish your 13-year-old self knew? And I feel like that's really good, because if I could go back to my young teenage self and just have a pep talk with her, I totally would. Because when I was a teenager and was young, I was definitely more to myself. Like, I didn't open up too much to a lot of people. I didn't open up to family. I just kept everything inside and didn't know what the heck I was doing. If you're struggling, if you're going through something, talk to someone. Even if it's your parents, they will understand. You know, everyone's been a teenager at one point going through something, and you're not alone, even if you feel like it, because I know I felt alone with so many things. I think a big thing I would do is that, would tell myself, is to not care what other people think, and to know that high school isn't your everything. Because at 13, you're going into high school, and high school seems like it is a reality TV show. It felt so long for me. It felt like that was everything that's going on in the world is high school. But trust me, once you leave high school, you will never remember that time. That time is gone. It's not the same anymore. You're in the real world, and you will never have to deal with that. And I know for myself, I've talked about it so many times, I've had the worst high school experience. I I hated it. I was so consumed in it. I never saw it getting better, because when you're young and you're 13, you never think that things will eventually pass. You always think in the moment that this is the worst thing ever, nothing's gonna get better, life sucks, and it definitely will. So many people, especially in that time when you're a teenager, talk and spread rumors and are just nasty, and those people mean nothing to you. Hurt people hurt people. You know that quote? It is totally true. People don't know who you are, and to have people talk bad about you, you shouldn't care what those people think, because they are not worth your time. You're not gonna be young forever. You have so little responsibility, and just enjoy it. I got another question around like teens and stuff, so I thought I'd answer this one too, and it says, advice for teens who are new to dating. If I could give advice, it is don't feel like you need to date because you feel pressured. I feel like when you're a teenager, there's so many pressures with so many different aspects in life, and one of them can be dating, where you feel like you need to date to be kind of like cool, to have like a boyfriend or girlfriend, or you feel like you're missing out if you're not dating. You are not. When it's meant to be, it's meant to be. And if someone's being toxic or there's red flags, don't make excuses for it. Just get out of it, have fun, enjoy life. And when relationships will come, it will come, and just never feel pressured. Even if you're in a relationship and you feel like your partner is pressuring you and you're not comfortable with it, don't do things that you are not comfortable with, and get out of that situation. Do not ever feel like you have to do something to please your partner, or because you feel like you're pressured but you don't want to. And that happens a lot as a teenager. You kind of are young still, you're still growing up, you don't really know what you're doing, you're figuring out life, and you're starting to kind of like, you know, grow up and go through life and go through those issues, and dating is going to be one of them. But just never feel pressured to need a date just because it's the cool thing or everyone else is doing it. So I actually got a lot of questions about moving in with my fiance. So one of the questions I got, were you scared to move in with your boyfriend? Who asked who to move in together I got. How has the experience of living with your fiance been? A bunch of moving questions, and honestly, I'm not gonna lie, the day after I uploaded my vlog and like moved in, I just bawled, and I called my mom and was just bawling, because it just kind of set into reality, I feel like, and hit me that I am finally, you know, leaving from the nest. I have my house. This is, you know, a new big responsibility, a new chapter in my life. I'm also moving in with a partner. It was definitely something that was hard, because I am so close with my family. You know, my mom is Greek. We are a very close family, and I'm close with my parents. That being said, I've been living here for months. We've been loving the move-in experience and moving in together. We actually work really well together. We don't like fight over little things, which I know could be a problem with some people when they move in. You start to really like bicker about things, but we work really well together. I've been really enjoying just doing life with Nick and living in our house and furnishing it, and just being adults now and paying for all the bills and doing everything that you need to do. It's just been really great, and I'm just so thankful that I was able to purchase a house. And we purchased this house and got called about this house literally in the evening of December 31st, 2019. So right before, you know, the whole pandemic happened. So I'm so thankful about that. Been enjoying just learning cooking and just doing it, having our own space and stuff. It's been really nice, and we're so excited to also start a family and raise a family in this house as well. But who asked us to move in? We both did it together. We both bought this house together. It was just kind of like our next step. We knew that we were gonna get engaged and married, and we talked about it so much. And it was just such a good opportunity to purchase this house. Nick and I couldn't pass this up, so we just went ahead and purchased it. And we knew that we were going to get married. And actually, before we purchased this house, Nick already had my engagement ring. He was just waiting for, you know, to propose to me when the weather was a little bit nicer. But then the pandemic happened, everything was closing down, so he like had a different plan of how the whole engagement was gonna go, so it kind of got pushed. But he did have this ring in his room with him for like so long before we moved into this house. Another question is, where do you get your confidence when walking in a bikini? And honestly, just learning to love your body and learning to love yourself and stop comparing yourself and not caring what people people think helps so much. I know I talked about this in my video when I was young and I was a teenager. I was very insecure with my body, and I feel like a lot had to do with, you know, the media, because being like super thin when I was growing up was like so promoted in the media. It was actually ridiculous how the media and magazines used to be and how they used to call out celebrities constantly and call them fat for like gaining 2 pounds or something. It was just ridiculous. And I also got bullied a lot by girls, and they would always pick on my appearance, and it made me so self-conscious. And I used to always hold my stomach if I ever had to wear a bathing suit, and I was just so insecure in it. And until I left high school, I started to just not care what people think and feeling more confident in my body. And I feel like with age, you start to just really realize what's important, what's not important. Put on a bikini and just work it. Wear a bikini no matter what size you are, it doesn't matter. Obviously, I still, you know, go through days where I'm insecure, and I've talked about it. You know, I feel like it's totally common and normal for all of us, no matter what you look like. You're always gonna have insecure days, but just remembering that you are beautiful no matter. And I like to also, you know, try to take care of myself, try to eat healthy, try to work out, and just do it for myself to feel better and healthier. And that makes me feel a lot more confident as well, to just know I'm taking care of myself and just not care what people are thinking, and people aren't just staring at you and like talking about you. I feel like a lot of the times it could be more in your head. I guess I'll end off on one more question. So I got a question: what made you want to start doing YouTube? And I thought I would end on this just because it just gives me nostalgia. I've been doing YouTube now for years. I started back in 2011, I think. The end of 2011, I don't even know, or was it 2010? You guys could see, because literally I keep all my videos up for the most part. Like my first video is still on my channel. It is horrible, just forewarning. I didn't make anything on YouTube. It was genuinely the intention that I loved it. It was a hobby, and it was so fun for me. And I enjoyed watching YouTube, and I just wanted to do it. And it was a really great creative outlet for me, because I was in university at the time, and I was doing psychology, and I was a mental health worker, which is not very creative when it comes to like artsy creativity. So it just gave me that outlet, and it just bloomed into what it is today. And I didn't ever think like it would become what it is. I obviously wanted to always grow my platform and was so excited to create content. I'm so blessed to see how far my YouTube journey has went and how much my life has changed. YouTube's so different from when I even started so long ago. And so many people go into YouTube wanting this to be their career, and like it's a thing now. Like people make their living off YouTube, and it's so crazy, and I'm so thankful and grateful. But I definitely started YouTube back in the day when, you know, out of pure intentions that I just loved it. I had so much fun watching people's YouTube videos, even when they were filming on their webcams back then. It just blossomed into this career, and I'm so thankful for all the opportunities and being able to talk to so many people over the years. Even just you guys asking me comments, like I recognize so many of your names, and you guys sticking with me for years, and I've met some of you guys, and that means the world to me. Like genuinely means so much to me. Before I end off, it would mean so much though if you guys do leave a video request, like what do you want to see from me? You know, I've been doing YouTube for so many years now, and I'm kind of trying to navigate like which way I want to go with my YouTube channel. And like I want to know what you guys like watching, even if it's on other people's channels. Like let me know what you like to watch and what you want me to create, because I love listening to your advice and your requests. Thank you guys so much for all your questions. If I haven't answered them this time, I will definitely have to do an update and another Q&A later on. Stay tuned. Make sure you guys are following my socials. I do, like I said, have Instagram, and I also have TikTok. I need to definitely get back on my TikTok game. Thank you for listening and asking me all your questions. Click the subscribe button. I would love for you guys to join my YouTube family. We are actually so close to 1 million. It is just so surreal to me. We are getting so close every single day. Turn on the bell, because I do upload every Tuesday and Thursday. And on that note, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye!